Hello and welcome. Our spring commencement ceremonies marked the end of an historic academic year. It was exciting to be in Memorial Stadium for our undergraduate ceremonies, the first time ever we've celebrated in this iconic venue. Handing out diplomas is always a gratifying experience, but this year even more so. COVID has truly tested our resolve and given us so many opportunities to show our innovative spirit and grit. Thanks to technology, we were able to remove many location-based barriers and tap into partnerships and opportunities that expand our potential and reach. We delivered our Hyde lectures in an online format, attracting visitors from as far away as Jordan, Greece, and Malaysia. We hired part-time instructors to provide unique learning experiences and unparalleled expertise to our students. In fact, our interior design program offered 2 remote studios. Alumnus Andrew Peterson taught a third-year studio from Michigan, and faculty from Academic Initiatives Abroad held a fourth-year studio taught from Italy.
The value of doing a studio in Rome is incomparable. But, the opportunity at least of doing a remote studio in which these kinds of issues and the context is presented to the students is something that any student who doesn't have that opportunity to travel abroad should have.
I thought that it would just be a great opportunity to sort of gain a new lens on how to approach projects. I know that there's definitely a way out here that we kind of think about design, and that's not necessarily the way the rest of the world approaches it.
It's exciting to see these opportunities unfold for our students. Jason Griffith's Master of Architecture studio is promoting urban agriculture with the concept of Physic Gardens, tiny downtown parks with a collection of native plants known for health properties.
This project actually has 2 phases. The first phase is a prototype, which we're actually trying to get built and get funding, and so it's really exciting to see something actually come out of the work that you've done. And then phase 2 is a potential permanent installation.
So I hope with this project, it really opens up people's minds on what this can mean for urban placemaking and bringing these plants to life, thus bringing our neighborhood and street to life as well.
In the College of Architecture, we're extremely keen on finding ways in which students can engage themselves in issues that directly affect their lives and things that they have a legacy, have a legacy sort of ownership of, even after they've graduated.
Our landscape architecture students are also heavily involved in community projects.
This was actually sold off during the homesteading era.
Shelby Warwick worked with the Nebraska Game and Parks Commission on a cultural landscape inventory project for Fort Kearny State Historical Park. That work is informing a new master plan to make best use of the park, which was originally built in 1848 as a fort to protect travelers on the Oregon-California Trail.
Because we were able to work with a student on a real-world project and give this student some real experience and kind of a behind-the-scenes look at our park planning process and kind of the details of what goes into that process. And then on the flip side of that, it was tremendously helpful for us because now we have a digital archive and annotated bibliography of this information, of historical records for this site.
I am really learning a lot about how to gain a community consensus about the project and using that to aid in the master planning process. And I'm also learning about how collecting historic data informs the design process.
This fall, our Collaborate studio will continue the partnership with Game and Parks, along with BVH Architecture and University of Nebraska at Kearney's History Department. The goal is to develop new programs, spaces, and displays to entice new visitors to Fort Kearny State Historical Park.
But the sidewalk's good.
Students from UNUNAM's Community and Regional Planning Studio are learning to make neighborhoods healthier and safer with a Lincoln Walkability Assessment.
Yeah, we're learning about making neighborhoods accessible and ensuring that every citizen has a clear path to get to their destination.
The college developed a walkability audit tool in cooperation with the City of Lincoln's Planning Department. Students use the tool to evaluate neighborhood pathways. Professor Nam will accumulate the data over several years and then share results with the city.
Auditing those information, collecting and analyzing those data sets, students will learn what information can be used to change our community.
With projects like these, it is no wonder our faculty and students have continued to garner numerous local and national awards. Lindsay Baugh and Jeff Day were recognized for their teaching, while our students received design awards from Architzer and the Society of American Registered Architects, to name just a few. We have more to celebrate. I encourage you to check out our website for all the latest news and accolades. We're proud of our students as they gain a superb architecture, planning, and design education. And excitement over the impact of the designed, planned, and built environment has generated record interest and increased enrollment in our disciplines. We couldn't be more enthusiastic about this. It does create some challenges with finding enough studio space, though. And with the unknowns of the pandemic, the university put a pause on several construction projects, including our own Architecture Hall, library, and studio renovation. We are eager to have that project begin, although we don't yet have a firm start date. You may have been following the Nebraska legislature and know the governor signed a bill to fund deferred maintenance on many older buildings at UNL and across the entire university system. It's not yet clear how much will be allotted to particular buildings or when, but we are excited about the potential impact on Architecture Hall and on buildings university-wide. We love hearing from you, and your stories are those we tell to inspire our future and current students. So please do reach out and let us know how you're doing. Have a great summer.